see how well I remember this. Okay, so this bridge is what we're going to use this year for assessing our habits of mind. So do you remember what assessing means? Anybody?
Like putting someone to a task?
Yeah, you may assess how you do on a task. So for instance, when I got dressed this morning, I might look in the mirror and assess myself. Like, is this a good outfit? Yes, no, maybe. If you're making like a judgment or a score, you're assessing. So this is going to be the tool that kind of helps us assess how well we're doing our habits of mind. This bridge has 5 pieces to it. And if you're at the beginning of the bridge, it means somebody's helping you with that habit. Someone helps. So for instance, one habit that my mom had us try to learn when we were younger is that if somebody gives you a gift, you write them a thank you note. My brother is 25 years old, and he is still kind of here with writing thank you notes. Every now and then after like Christmas, my mom has to remind him to write a thank you note. He still needs help, so he's kind of in this area. Over here means you don't even need help. You do it automatically by yourself. And because I really like writing thank you notes, I could actually put myself right here. I don't need any reminders. It's natural to me. I get something from somebody, I thank them in a note. Natural. But what happens is we tend with habits to go back and forth on here. So like yesterday, we talked about brushing our teeth as a habit. And from what many of you wrote, it sounds like half of us don't brush our teeth enough. So maybe we'll work on that this year at your own houses. But if you looked at this, your habits aren't the same all the time. So for instance, I am amazing at brushing my teeth. But I'm embarrassed to admit that sometimes if I'm really tired right before bed, I forget to floss. So I'm probably more like right here on this bridge because I know I need to floss, but I don't necessarily do it every single day remembering. But if I look at this bridge, I know I need to get there. I need to start making sure that flossing becomes a better habit for me, that I do it every single day, no excuses. Okay? So our habits are constantly, it's not like once you do it, you're amazing at it. You're always kind of getting better at it, sometimes forgetting it, but the goal is to do it all by yourself. Any questions yet on this bridge? Okay. So on this bridge, to help us, are some terms about what each level of the bridge means. So like you already know what a 4, 3, 2, 1 means, right? Mm-hmm. Right? What's a 1 mean?
You're still working on it.
Okay, like maybe you just started working on it. What's a 2 mean?
You're getting better at it.
Getting better. What's a 3 mean?
You're good at it.
What's the P word that we use for 3 though? Practicing might be a good P word for 2. But if you get a 3 on something, you are proficient. Okay? That's one way, that's kind of a scale that you can assess yourself. But on this scale, instead of numbers, we have words. So we're going to talk about what each level of the bridge means with words. All right? Exploring meaning, developing appreciation, increasing alertness, expanding capacities, and building commitment. Raise your hand if you know every single word on that bridge. You think so? You may. You think so? Raise your hand if there's a word you don't know on here. Troy, which word don't you know? Okay, increasing alertness. Okay. Anybody have another word they don't know? Cap? Okay, that's the one I figured people wouldn't really understand. So I'm gonna give you examples. I'm gonna have you tweak this to give me language that might make more sense to you, okay? So somebody give me an example of a habit they have. Yes.
My habits is
Okay, so a lot of you she said feeding your goats, and a lot of you put an example like that. Let's call that just being responsible. Is that okay? If I just make it general, being responsible. Okay. exploring meaning for being responsible just means you know what responsible means. You know what responsibility means. So with exploring meaning, what's another way we could explain that red part of the bridge?
You understand what it means, but you could like move forward and start practicing that routine.
Perfect. So maybe the red part is just you know what it is, okay? Or you've heard of it. Like I've heard of quantum physics, okay? No idea what it really means or how to do any of it. But I know it. I know what it is. So I'm at least starting. So for this red, I'll put it here actually. Just the meaning or the definition. So impulsivity. Hunter, I'll use you because you're brand new to this school. He knows what impulsivity means. Okay, that's the first step. It's definition. He knows what it means. Since he's new to our habits of mind, now he's going to start learning more about just what it means than what it means. So developing appreciation is what was in your prompt this morning. Developing appreciation is like, why is it important? Okay, so responsibility with goats. Developing appreciation just means you know why you have to be responsible. Why does Kat have to be responsible with her goats?
So they don't die.
So they don't
Yes,
die.
that's
Okay.
what
So developing appreciation means like you know why. You know why it's important. You know why you have to manage your impulsivity. You know why you have to feed your goats. You know why you have to brush your teeth.
I know I can never make anything perfect.
Right, you know why you can't obsess about stuff. You know why it's important. But now the next part is recognizing when you have to do it. So the green part, increasing alertness, when might you be alert for something? Orange?
Usually, things like feeding goats or stuff like that is a schedule, and this is about habits, so it's nothing that's unexpected because everyone has habits. So increasing alertness is like, the first one is you know the meaning, you haven't experienced it, and you're developing appreciation in the second one because you know why and you're still not very experienced. Increasing alertness, you want to know when to do it, and that helps you increase your experience as whatever you have to do.
Orange, you could be teaching this for me. You could be teaching all the other teachers. Because that's exactly, you know what it is, you know why, and now you know when. So like, alertness. I know before I get behind the wheel of a car that I need to be awake. Okay, it's my responsibility that I am awake and I'm not distracted. So my cell phone is nowhere near me when I'm driving, and I'm awake. So like this week driving to school, it means getting a little bit extra coffee because I know when I drive from Waterville to Cornville, I need to be wide awake. And my cell phone is in my school bag so that I'm not tempted to look at it. I need to be alert. Okay? And my seatbelt's on. Thank you. That's a good one too. So, meaning of responsibility of being a driver in a car. I know I have to be responsible driving, and I know why. I know that if I'm distracted or irresponsible as a driver, I could hurt somebody or I could hurt myself. I know why. And I know when. I know when I'm driving, when I really need to focus on, like, when I can have my cell phone. It's much different. If I'm walking around my house, I can use my cell phone. If I'm driving in a car, I cannot use my cell phone. Very nice. 2 more pieces, and then we're going to get up and look at this together and kind of assess ourselves. So expanding capacities, I think this is the trickiest part of the bridge. Anyone besides Lawrence want to take a stab at what the kid-friendly language might be for this one? Troy, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to make it on your schedule.
Yeah, start making it part of your routine. You might need reminders, but you start making it something that you just do automatically. Lawrence, do you want to add to that?
Well, it's part of your schedule. That's basically it. So he got it all. I can't really add to it. He did it perfectly.
All right. Well, let me throw out another question about this then. Because to me, the purple means you're doing it, if we looked at percentages, you're doing this habit like 95 to 100% of the time. If that purple is just like, you do it, you're automatic. So what percent might you put here as you start making, you're not quite doing it by yourself. Every now and then your parents or your friends or your siblings might be reminding you, but you're getting close. Sean?
Like 70 to 95.
All right, any other thoughts, Troy?
Or 85.
Okay, Harmony?
85, 20,
Okay,
like around 80.
Minya?
17.
85, 95.
Okay, so I'm just going to take like the average of everyone. That's not really the average, but it's close. 82% of the time. All right, so that's kind of like 8 out of 10 times. If 10 times I get in the car and 8 of those 10 times I remember to buckle up, be awake, and put my cell phone away, then I'm getting there. I'm expanding my ability to do it. And then once I'm doing it all the time, I'm really building that commitment. All right, this is our bridge. So what you're going to do all year long, and when you go visit other facilitators in their classrooms, you'll see this bridge everywhere. And what you're going to be doing is thinking about each habit of mind and where you stand on this bridge. Okay? These are our big words for the bridge, but I'm going to add some of these words to it as well to kind of help you remember where you're at. So, what I would like is a couple courageous volunteers to come up, and with a colored marker, I'd like us to just put some tallies on here about where we stand with impulsivity on here. So you can pause that.